Hey guys, so it seems like a lot of you are having issues with this, so I'm going to go through this and make it a little more simple. So first off, you're going to have this uploaded on here, but you're going to start at the top like you already did, and you're going to start out by making sure you answer the Google form first, okay? So answer the first Google form first, and then you're going to finish this video. We're going to follow along with the PDF that's attached that you're going to look at. If you need a paper copy of this, you're welcome to come to the school and grab a paper copy. It'll be on the front desk or on the table out in the main office, the white table back in the corner. So that's fine, or you can print it out on your own, or you can just fill it out like I am using the Cami app or whatever you want to use. But just fill out all the blanks. After that, you're going to fill out this other Google form. Then you're going to try these constructions on your own. You're going to go on Geogebra website right here, and you're going to actually go through each of these and do them on your own, just like I'm doing, following the directions on this. Take pictures of them and upload them on here, or you can send them through LiveGrades or on email. And then you're going to click on the last one, and you're going to do this last Google form for me. So we're going to look through this. So we're going to follow along with the video and the images below, and we're going to fill in the blanks. So the first thing we're going to do is a perpendicular bisector. So perpendicular bisector of a line segment, AB, which is just the name of the line segment, is a line or a segment that intersects the segment AB at a 90-degree angle, so that's where the word perpendicular comes from, through the midpoint. So that's where the word bisector comes from, of the segment. So it says to start the construction by creating a line segment, okay? And this line segment's going to be labeled AB automatically, okay? And we're going to be doing this using the segment tool. Okay, so we're going to go over here, we're going to click segment, and we're going to create a segment. Sorry, it's a little harder using this one. We're going to create a segment, AB. Okay, so now we're going to read step 1. Create a point on the segment more than halfway across from point A. Okay, so we're going to make a point on it more than halfway if you go from point A to the other side. And again, this point's going to be labeled point C whenever we do it automatically. We're going to click the point button. And again, halfway is about here. So you just need to make sure we go more than halfway to click that point. Now we're going to be using the compass tool. Okay, we're going to select points A and C, and that's going to make a circle. And we're going to select point A in order for that to be the center of the circle. So again, we go down to the compass tool. We're going to pick A and C to give us the radius, or the length of the circle from the center point to the outside circle. And we're going to center it at point A. Okay. I'm going to zoom out so that we can kind of see what's going on a little better. Okay. And so now we're going to be using the compass tool again. And we're going to select points A and C again. But this time we're going to select point B to be the center. So we're going to go to the compass tool again. We're going to use points A and C again to pick the radius. And then we're going to use point B for the center. So we're going to place it on point B. So just make sure as you go that your picture looks the same as the picture in there. So next, the two circles that you created intersect at 2 different points. So we're going to select these points using the points tool. I'm just going to label them as B and E. So we're going to use the points tool. So word point. And we're going to select B and E. So these 2 points where the circles intersect each other. Okay. Now we're going to connect points D and E using the segment tool. Okay. So this is going to create a segment that actually intersects the line segment AB at its midpoint. Okay? And then using the points tool, select the point of intersection, and it's going to label the point F. Okay? So again, we're going to use the segment tool to connect D and E, and then clicking the point tool, click the intersection point. Okay? So that intersection point is the midpoint of AB. So AF is going to be the same as FB because B is perfectly in the center of that segment. And now we've successfully created segment DE. Okay, so it's line segment DE, which intersects segment AB at its midpoint, which is point F, we labeled it, at a right angle. Okay, you can kind of see that it's a corner perfectly right angle here, 90-degree angle. So we have that DE is perpendicular to AB. So next, we're going to try and create a line perpendicular to a line through a point on the line. So to start the construction, we're going to start by creating a line with 2 points on it, points A and B. Okay, so once you've got this, you go and take a picture of it. You can take a screenshot, however you want to do it. Take a picture with your phone and send it to upload it. Now that we're done, I'm going to go ahead and clear all, and I'm not going to save it. So it says to start with a line. It's going to give you points A and B on it. And then using the point tool, that one was using the line tool. And then we're also going to create the line that we're looking at through point A. Okay? So step 1, using the compass tool, we're going to create a circle using points C and A to measure the radius. And we're going to center it on point A. Sorry, A and B to measure. So this is point A and point B to measure the radius, and we're going to center it on point A. And then we're going to label the intersection point between the circle and the line, point C. Okay, so we're going to go to the compass tool. We're going to use A and B, and we're going to center it on point A. Okay, so I'm going to move it out so we can kind of see it a little better. I'm going to move it over here. Okay, and then we're going to label this point over here, and it's going to label it point C. Okay, that wasn't very good. Okay, so now we're going to create a new point labeled point D, and it's going to be in between points A and B. Okay, so we're going to click the point tool. It's going to be in between points A and B. Okay, and now we're going to use the compass tool again. Okay, and we're going to use points C and D to determine the radius. And that's going to create a circle at center point C. Okay, so we're going to use C and D. We go to the compass tool. We're going to use C and D. And we're going to center it at point C. Okay. Now using the compass tool again, we're going to again use C and D, but we're going to create a circle with center point B this time. Okay. And then we're going to label the intersection points of the two circles as going to make it E and F. Okay, so again, we're using C and D and centering it on point B. So click compass, using C and D again, but this time we're going to click on point B to be the center. And the place where those two circles intersect each other, like here and here, we're going to click on those with the point to make E and F. Okay, and we can zoom out and go see what we got to do next. Now we're just going to connect the points E and F using the line tool. Okay. So click line and then connect E and F. See, that's going through point A. So we have now created line EF, which intersects line CB or AB. Sorry. It's the one that we started with. At a right angle. Okay, so it makes a 90-degree angle. And it goes through point A. Therefore, EF is going to be perpendicular, so again, that upside down T, to AB. And so we've made this line EF a hit AB at a 90-degree angle, so it's perpendicular and it's through point A, like we said. So now we can go ahead and take a picture of it so that you've got it, but I'm going to go ahead and clear it all again and not save. Okay. So next, we're going to try and make a line perpendicular to a line K that we're given through a point that's not on K. So we're going to start by making the line, and again, it's going to be AB automatically. Okay. And we're going to use the line tool for that. And a point C that's not on the line that you've created. Okay. So we're going to use line tool, AB, and then we're going to make a point somewhere up here that's not on that line. Okay. It looks like that. You can see mine looks the same. So using the compass tool now, we're going to use points C and B to determine the radius. And we're going to make a circle at point C as the center. Okay, so we're going to use the compass tool again, and we're going to use C and B, but then we're going to put it at point C as the center. Okay, and then we're going to label this other intersection point where it intersects over here between the line and the circle. And that's going to create point D. So we're going to go over here. You can see the circle meets this line AB here. And we're going to go up, select the point tool, and we're going to label that point. It's going to be point D. Okay, so again, I'm moving around so we can see what's going on. So now we're going to use the compass tool again. Oh, sorry, we're using the point tool first. And we're going to create a point more than halfway across segment DB from point D. So we're going to go ahead and make a point more than halfway, more toward B than it is D. Okay, and then using the compass tool, this is where I was thinking of it, we're going to use points D and E, okay, to determine the radius. And that is going, sorry, instead of doing that, we're creating point E, I see. No, okay, using points D and E, we are going to create a circle at the center point of D, sorry. So watch how I do it. So we click the compass tool, we're going to use D and E, and then we're going to center at point D. Okay. Okay, and so you can see it looks like this. Okay, we're doing good. Once again, we're going to use the compass tool. And we are once again going to use D and E, except this time, in order to make the circle, we're going to put it as point B as the center. So again, we're going to use D and E, but this time it's going to be over at point B. Okay, and then we're going to label the intersection points of the two circles, and that's going to create points, I think F and G. Let's go ahead and do it and see. So where these two circles intersected, here and here, yep, F and G. So we'll label them F and G. Okay, and now we're just going to connect points F and G using the line tool. you can kind of see that that's going to create a line that makes a 90-degree angle with the line we're given at the beginning, and it goes through point C that we're given. And so we have now created this line, FG. Again, it's got this little line up top, which intersects line AB, which is the one we were given at the beginning, at a right angle, and passes through point C. Therefore, we have that AB is perpendicular at FG, to FG, sorry, and passes through point C. Okay? And that's all we had to do. So again, take a picture of this, zoom out, take a picture of it, make sure you upload that or send it to me somehow. We'll go on to the next one. So now we're going to try and create a line parallel to a given line through a point. So to start the construction, we're going to start by creating this line AB. Okay, and we're going to use the line tool to do that. And then a point C that's not on the line. So we're going to use the line tool, make a line, and then some point C up here. That's not on the line. Now using the line tool, we are going to connect points A and C. So again, line tool, we're going to connect A and C, sorry, misclicked, A and C, okay? So I'm going to move it over here so we can see it a little better, okay? Now we're going to create another point. It's going to be labeled point D on this line AC that we've created. And it's going to be closer to point, we're going to label this point on the original line that we had, this AB. And it's going to be closer to A than B. Okay, so we're going to make this point on AB kind of close to point A. Okay, and then using the compass tool, we're going to select points A and D. And we're going to create a circle with center point A. Okay, so we're going to use compass. We're going to select A and D and use center point A. And then create another circle using the compass tool, selecting points A and D once again to determine the radius. But this time we're going to put it at point C. So again, compass, we're going to choose A and D, and then we're going to put it at point C in the center. Okay, so you can see ours looks the same as the picture in here. Now we're going to label the intersection points between the line and the circles E and F, where the circles actually intersect line AC. Okay, and we're going to label them at the top of the circles. So we need this point and that point. Okay. Now we're going to create a circle with center point F here. And we're going to be using points E and D to determine the radius. So we go to the compass tool again. We're going to select E and D for the radius. And we're going to put it at point F. Okay. And now we're going to label this weird intersection point. It's going to end up being point G. Okay, so we're going to label this intersection point created. So we'll go up to the word point and select that one. Okay, right there. And then we're going to actually connect these points C and G using the line tool. Okay, so C and G. Okay, and actually this line that we've created, this line CG, is parallel, to this line AB. So we've just created line CG that does not intersect line AB at any point. Therefore, line CG is parallel, so that's what these two lines mean, to AB. And line CG goes through this point C that we were given. So we've completed the goal. We've created this line that goes through the point and it's parallel to the line that we were given. So go ahead and zoom out somehow so you can see everything. Take a picture, take a screenshot, save it however you want to do it. And then we will start over to go to the next one. Okay, so this one, our goal is to make an angle bisector. And an angle bisector is just going to be a ray that's in the interior of an angle that separates it into two congruent angles. So if we look at this one, it would look like that. Separates it so that this angle is the same as that angle. So to start the construction, we're going to start by creating ray AB, okay, using the ray tool. And then we're also going to create AC using the ray tool, which is going to give us an angle CAB. Okay, so we're going to go to the ray tool. It says ray. We're going to start going like that. And then we need one from A and up this way. Okay, so that made angle CAB. Now we're going to create a point on one of the rays labeled point D by default. Okay, so we're just going to go up here and we'll just make our point right there like that. And now using the compass tool, we're going to create a circle. Using the compass tool again, like I said, and we're going to use points A and D is the radius. Okay, and we're going to center at point A. And then we're going to label the intersection point that creates. So we're going to go to the compass. And again, it used A and D as the radius. So from A to D. And then we're going to put it at point A. And we're going to label this point here that it meets, where the circle intersects the ray. Okay. So now we're going to use points A and D again. And with the compass tool, we're going to create a circle with center point D. And then we're going to, again, use A and D. And we're going to use center E this time. So we're going to go to the compass tool. We're going to use A and D. And this time we're going to center at point D. And then we're going to use A and D. And we're going to center it at point E. Okay. We're going to label the point of intersection between the two circles. Okay. And then we're going to connect these points A and G using the ray tool. So we're going to label this point of intersection where these two meet up here. And then using the ray tool, we're going to connect A and F. Sorry, that's an F, not an T. Okay. So that's going to be an F. I don't know why mine's a G on here. Okay. So now we have created this ray AF, and we have that this ray, or this angle, there are two angles that's created. So this CAF and FAB. CAF is going to be equal to angle FAB. Therefore, this ray AF that we've created is going to be the angle bisector of the angle that we had at the beginning, CAB. Okay, so in other words, this angle right here that's created is the same as this angle right here that's created. You can see that this angle is going to be the same as this angle. Okay, now we're going to look at this one. So again, take a picture, zoom it out however you need to. Make sure you can see it all. Take a picture, take a screenshot, save it, however you need to do it to turn it in. Okay. So now, to begin this construction, so first off, it says that the goal is to construct an angle congruent to a given angle. So it's going to give us an angle, and we're going to try and copy it. So to begin this construction, we're going to create rays AB and AC again. by using the ray tool. So we're going to start out by making an angle using this ray tool. So AB and AC. Okay. I'm going to kind of move this up to the corner a little bit. Okay. And now we're going to begin by constructing ray DE, and that's going to be one of the rays on our angle we're creating, and that's going to be used the ray tool. So we're going to use the ray tool again and make our own little ray down here. It's going to kind of be where we are working on to try and copy this angle. Okay. So now, using the points A and C, we're going to create a circle with point A as the center, and then we're going to use the same points A and C to create a circle with point D as the center. Okay, so we're using A and C with the compass tool, so find compass, use A and C with point A at the center, and then we're going to do the same thing with A and C, but at point D. Okay, and then we're going to label the points of intersection. F where it did this one where they met there, and then G where they met the other one. So use the intersection point, the point tool, sorry, label that intersection, and then this intersection. Okay. Now, using points C and F, we're going to create a circle at point G. So we're going to use the compass tool again. We're going to use C and F, but we're going to put the circle at point G. Okay? And now we're going to label this point of intersection H. So we're going to use point and use this little intersection point. And we're going to connect points D and H to create this ray DH. Again, ray only has an arrow on one side, so we put the arrow on one side on top. So we're going to use ray DH. Okay? And now that we've created this angle HDG, we actually have that this angle that we created, HDG, is congruent or the same measure as this angle CAB that we were given at the beginning. Okay? And if you're not sure about whether yours look right or not, you can actually click the angle button and we can measure CAB. Okay, and theirs is 21.4. And if we measure HDG, you can see that ours is also 21.4. Okay, and it's okay if it's at a different angle, like it's leaning more this way than this one, like this one's going out this way, and this one, instead of going out that way, it's this way. As long as they have the same measure, they're the same angle, they're congruent. So let me know if you have any issues now. Now that you've watched me go through them all, I want you to go ahead and fill out this Google form. And then from there, I want you to go on to GeoGebra and try this on your own. You're welcome to rewatch the video and try it on your own with this and follow along with me. Just make sure you upload photos either here on Google Classroom, or you send them to me on LiveGrades, or you email them to me, okay, if you need it. And you do not have it, my email is Kira, Kira, .Owsley, OWSLEY, at k12.wv.us. Okay, you can email it to me there. You can also text it to me as long as you tell me what your name is. Sorry, that's 0970. Okay, so that's 304-792-0970. So if you want to text it to me, just make sure you tell me what your name is. When you send them to me, you can send them on LiveGrade. You can email them to me. You can upload them to Google Classroom just so long as I get them. And then after you're done trying the constructions on your own, make sure you go and fill out this Google form. So don't worry about this one anymore. In fact, I will probably end up deleting that one, but go ahead and work on these, and they will be due by the end of next week instead of the end of this week. So let me know if you guys have any issues, or if you need any extra help with this online tool that we're using. And you guys just have an amazing day, an amazing Thanksgiving break. And I hope that you guys stay healthy and safe. And I will see you guys when we get back. Bye.